CHOLOCASH, what's happening?
Grr, you know, we coming at him, man. Glee. Yeah.
So when you texted me, grr,
Grr.
and I said to myself, I'm fucking old. I have no idea what that means.
Nah.
What is that? Bring us into that. Bring us into the.
It's the UK songs. Grr, pow, that shit, you know.
Because really wait. So where do you get that kind of like rapid fire flow? You know, who do you look up to in that kind of sense? Where'd you get that from?
I think most like UK drillers like Pop Smoke and shit. Like it's just want to sound different on a UK beat. You know what I'm saying? And just sound good. You know, sound different and unique. Cause there's a lot of people that hop on the UK beats and stuff, right? But you just gotta sound different to make it actually pop.
It sounds unique, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds different, you know, it's crazy. And it's popping right now over here, so...
Yeah, the song's on fire.
Yeah, I respect that, I appreciate it.
So where does the love from the music come from?
I think I grew up with a lot of, you know, music, Spanish music, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up in an Ecuadorian household, so there was always music, you know? Whatever kind of bachata, lo que sea, bro, like, you know? It was always there.
Right.
And I grew up personally liking Michael Jackson and shit. Like, I grew up with that. Like, I love that.
Right.
Know? So, like, I always grew up with music. Like, the love for music was always there, you know?
So you said you were born in Ecuador.
I was born in Ecuador. I came over here, though, after, so...
How old were you when you came here?
Like, I came here right after I was born, I came over here.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't remember it from back home?
Nah, but then I was always over there, and then I came over here. So I know what it's like to live over there, too, right?
Right. So is your family still really connected to the culture?
Yeah, of course, yeah. But everybody lives here now, you know? Everybody's from Toronto now.
Right,
yeah.
So everyone's kind of acclimated.
Yeah, everybody's, over here.
So how does your culture influence the music that you're making now?
Well, like, that's the thing, adding the Spanish, you know? The Spanish vibes to it and everything. That's what I want to do, because that's, like, Spanish is a thing now. Like, everybody's doing a Spanish song. Everybody's, like,
right.
You know, that's what it's all about, right?
Now, when you first started making music, was that always, you know, right from the jump, was it like, I'm going to make Spanish music, like, I'm going to make this kind of music, or did that kind of come after?
Eventually, it was to come after, because I wanted to master my craft first, you know?
Right.
Like, I was really just trying to master my craft, like, this whole year, like, I was just trying to work on myself, trying to get better, like, you know? When people ask me, like what kind of music they make, I'm like, I'm mastering it, like, I want to see what I'm really, really good at, you know? And then I found the UK drill shit, and then, you know, man's are telling me, that shit's hard, that's just this, and I'm like, fuck.
What are the biggest struggles of artists today, like?
In the Toronto scene?
Just in like, as an artist as a whole.
I think like the hatred of people, like the ignorance of people, like just not liking you. And
right.
They see that, you know, maybe you're doing a little bit better than them, so they're like, they don't want to see you on top of them, right? So they want to see you. They want to see you do good, but never better than them. You know what I'm saying?
So as a 19-year-old kid, you know, the biggest struggle that you see, and which I can relate to, is, you know, overcoming the hate from your own peers.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I used to roll with a lot of people that used to support my music. But
right.
Is it really support it? If I do a little bit better than them, then they don't support it, right?
Right.
So right. Like, you see the fake and everything, and then you see the people that actually want the best for you.
You know, it's important to understand and recognize when people show you their true colors. You know what I'm saying? And you know, don't hesitate to put the quickas on there too.
Of course.
So, what do you see for the future of Toronto and music and the Latin culture?
I see it going places like with the Spanish thing right now. Cause Toronto right now, you see that it's covered. You know, it's not doesn't have the full exposure yet. You know, there's a lot of talent we have here, and it's just not out there yet. But you know what? With due time, with work, it'll get there, right? Eventually.
Yeah, and what I've seen, you know, thankful to, you know, 24/7 Jess and everybody, is I've been, you know, put onto a whole entire new subculture of music that really isn't, you know, and no disrespect, but it really isn't recognized yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what I've been seeing is like, wow, like there's an entire movement going on in this city, and I'm seeing it brew.
Nobody sees it.
You know, so what do you think it is about you that sets you apart? Because you've got the spark.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think it is about you?
I think it's just my uniqueness and like my voice. Like there's a lot of singing going on. Like you know, it's more into the auto-tune stuff, and I feel like grungy rap is what people like too, right? Like, you know, like everybody wants to go into like the singing, and I respect that, I appreciate it. I would do that too if I could, but I learned to go with the grungy stuff, and I feel like that works for me, because that it just clicks. You know, like when you're making a song, you see what clicks in.
Yeah,
like
and that's so you feel like that's the most natural when you're regardless of what anybody can say or do or whatever. You're when you in there, that comes natural to you.
Of course,
and that's 100.
And you love it, right? Like I love making like, you know, stuff like that, like, you know.
And you know what? I feel like I see that a lot. You know, you're influenced by that drill, like that fast kind of rap. And
like it,
so that's coming through in your own unique way, because I didn't think one time drill until you said it.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. You know, that's a really unique quality that you have.
Respect. I appreciate it, man.
So who are artists that you look up to and looked up to in, you know, the game when you started rapping out here?
Like I love like I said before, I've said it many times, like I love the Florida rappers, like I love Kodak Black, like those kind of guys, right?
Right.
But like for Toronto, like who put us on was Drake, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He's the one who put us on, like, so I look up to Drake as a Toronto artist to come out and really show people, like he's giving a lot of Toronto artists opportunities too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you gotta really give him his, you know, and the people behind the scenes, like there's a lot of people behind the scenes that don't get the recognition they deserve, but sometimes there's people that don't want it, right?
Right.
They just wanna, you know, be known as that person that helped that person, you know.
You have a lot of drill style rap, but I also heard, you know, a lot of music that, you know, deeper music.
Yeah.
So what do you want people to take from your music? Like what message do you want to give to the people?
I want people to make music that they really love and they really want to do. Like I don't want people to make music that they don't like just because it's popping, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd do it, you know, I'd make music just to do it for myself. Like I wouldn't make it for anybody else. Like I met people that have told me, yo, like this is not that sick, but I like this one. Like, they'll compare my two tracks and I'll be like, you know, like I like this one, yeah, but that's not me, you know. That's not really like I don't sing. Like I don't like to go sing because I can't. Like I'm not a singer. I can grunge it, but I'm not a singer.
Right. And that may come with time.
Yeah, for sure.
Art is in the eye of the beholder. You know, certain people are going to connect with certain songs. Yeah. You know, certain people are going to enjoy certain types of music.
Of course.
So, you know, you having different variations. We got CHOLOCASH in the building. Okay, CHOLOCASH is in the building, and you are out here. You're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, of course.
We talked about what sets you apart.
Yeah.
We talked about the haircuts.
Yeah,
saying it's better than the last video. I saw people clowning you about it.
Of course, yeah.
How do you feel about people that got anything to say about stupid shit like that?
Man, just stay in your lane, do your thing, make your music, and don't worry about what people say, because eventually it's gonna come with that. Like you think the biggest artist in the world doesn't get shit on for his haircut, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Who cares, man?
So what was your first time in the studio? What was your first time in the studio like?
3 years ago, it was like a couple of my old friends, you know, and I was like shit, like I went in there and I was like, yo, this song is sick. Like I used to think it was sick. Now obviously like time flies and you're like,
do you look back at the early shit?
Yeah,
you
look at it.
Really
like,
trash.
Yeah, not trash. Like I could see, like it was like, you know, I had the little, like I needed that training. Like I said, like I've been working on my own music. Like you know, you gotta work at it for people to really understand you and see your growth, right?
Right.
It's not like I never wanted to come in this game sick and then continue sick. Like I wanted to come in and people see like my growth, you know, like see me be from okay to, you know, better and be like, oh shit, this guy really, because it gives people motivation, right? Like like you see other artists and they see the old music, they be like, yo, this one was shit, but look at the new one he made, it's sick, right? So
you know what? Okay, so a lot of artists have the same ideal as you, but don't get the buzz and you know don't kind of catch that. So how does it feel personally from starting out to now? Do you ever reflect and look back and look at yourself and say like, yo, I'm really like, people are really kind of paying attention?
Yeah, no, it's a process, right? Like when I first started, like it's like, yeah, I had like two supporters. Let's just say two supporters, right? And I used to be like, yo, those are my 2 sick supporters. Like, I love you guys forever, you know what I'm saying? And then you grow. You go from 10 supporters now. It's like, you know, it's like, you know, it keeps growing and growing and growing. And you realize that people are watching you now. Like, it could be a guy that hates you, but he's still watching you. Like, and you see it, and it gives you like the confidence, you know? I didn't need no big page or big blog to come and post me for me to have my confidence, right? I need my music to really motivate me to make better music and keep going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really it was more for me. Like, I wanted to build on myself, and with the people that actually like my music. Like, the people that like my music are my family. I don't say no fan stuff or none of that. Like, that's my family, fam, for helping me get to where I am. There's people that I've known for years that wouldn't do the same as a fan I met last week. You know what I'm saying? Like they're here supporting my music compared to a person that known me for years. They don't even care. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So those are not fans. That's a family. You know.
And you know what? Just to touch on that, because I see that a lot, and you know, it's not always a bad nefarious thing. It's just those people see you so much. It's just like they sometimes
they don't realize
they don't realize, and it's important to not take it personal.
No, for
because it's like, you know, they're with you every day. They already know you're gonna blow, so it's like they're used to it. Whereas other people, you'll see excitement for them or this and that, and then you'll see that excitement for you. But it's just the same.
No, but I don't mean like particularly family. Like I mean like people that were like fucking with me in the beginning,
right?
And then it's like they don't see a buzz in me, right?
Right.
Like when you move up, you move up a little bit. Like there's some people that go, you know, right away, but then there's some people that take time. And they see me taking time and they don't see the process. They're like, you know what? This guy's not doing nothing. Let me just fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Especially as the younger generation.
You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, if he's buzzing, let's keep going. If he's not, like cut him off. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by there's people that have been with me for a long time, and there's people that I just met, and then people that are with me for a long time. They're just like, nah. They're like, fuck it. You know, this guy's not getting a buzz. You know?
So how does that affect you personally? You know, being 19 and coming up, and now you're buzzing, and to see people that you thought were in your corner that are not really in your corner.
It's a learning process. It's a learning, like you learn, like, and you see it and you grow up, and it makes you a better person, a better understanding of people. Like you could tell who's fake now. Like if somebody walks in a room and gives me bad energy, I'm gonna be like, yo, this guy, he gives me a bad vibe. I'm not gonna try. I'm not even gonna try. Like, you know, I'm not even gonna give him the chance, because you already had the experience. You have the experience. You know, I've been with a lot of bad people that have done me dirty, and all I did was trying to help them. So you see it and you learn from it, right? It's a learning curve, and it's okay. You know?
So we got Mata dropping next week. Single, video.
Of course.
Shit's gonna be booming.
Yeah, of course. It's already been getting the buzz, and I haven't even dropped it yet, right?
Right.
And you know, you just see people liking it, and like, you know, I've been over here with Jess and Genos. Like the first person I showed was Genos, right?
Right.
And Genos was like, yo, this is a thing, like this is a track, bro. Genos is like my guy. He's been support. Like if it weren't for Genos, you know, I wouldn't even be over here, you know, talking to you. Know what I'm
Me
saying?
either.
Yeah, right.
Real shit. Shout out Genos. He's a real one, dog.
He's a real one, fam.
You know what? And he's a real visionary.
Yeah. He sees in you, fam. He sees like he sees like your potential. He sees the way you act. The same way when I met you, man. Like, You told me, like, you gave me the respect, so I gave it to you back. Like that's why I met Genos. I'm not gonna come here and be like, yo, what are you saying? Like, you know, like I'm gonna come treat you like, you know, but the same way I'm gonna treat a guy that's not as up as you. I'm still gonna treat him the same way with respect. Doesn't matter if you're on the street, you're homeless, bro.
It's a human level
respect,
thing,
man. You know, and that's what Genos came to me as. You know,
right?
I wasn't, you know, I didn't have this and that. If it weren't for Genos, I wouldn't have met a lot of people that I know now. Like shout out Jessica, shout out Cookie, shout out Chops. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have known, you know. And now,
yeah, he's a solid guy.
He's a guy still.
Yo, shout out the guy.
Shout out Genos.
Hey, shout out Genos. Word on the streets is that you got a big feature from another Latin artist in the city. You may have heard of her, Chromazz.
Shout out Chromazz, man.
That's tell the people.
Bro. It's an Ecuadorian thing.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
shit.
Shout out Genos, Jessica, Chops, Cookie. We're gonna get that shit done, like 2021.
Where do you want people to go check you out?
CHOLOCASH, everything is CHOLOCASH.
Spotify.
CHOLOCASH. CHOLOCASH, everything is CHOLOCASH. Yeah.
2021.
2021. We got
JesseTheA&R for Cult Media. We're fucking out of here.
I'm gonna skirt.